uh, my manager saw him at one of my manager had 3 clubs in the area, saw him play and wanted to manage him.
Get ready to discover the life and legacy of the rock legend who defined a generation and amassed a fortune beyond measure, Bob Seger. Join us on a journey to see how Robert Clark Seger really lives. A singer, songwriter, and musician, Bob Seger became a household name with a string of hits beginning in the 70s. His hit songs include Turn the Page, Night Moves, and Old Time Rock and Roll, which is ranked as the second most played jukebox song of all time. Seger was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004 and the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2012.
We would go to each other's houses and play records. I remember the first time we ever heard Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix. Glenn and I were together in the room.
Now we're going to take a look at his hobbies, interests, and favorite things. He has a Labrador Retriever dog. To preserve his voice for the stage, he does not talk in the hours immediately before and immediately after concerts. Seger was named Billboard's 2015 Legend of Live honoree at the 12th Annual Billboard Touring Conference and Awards, held November 18th and 19th at the Roosevelt Hotel in New York. Seger took almost a year to write Beautiful Loser, coming up with different arrangements until he felt it was right. He's considered President Barack Obama to be his favorite president of his lifetime. He met him at the 2016 Kennedy Center Honors and thanked Obama for his wisdom and dignity. He's a big Jeep fan. He's an avid sailor. He's an avid reader and enjoys reading biographies.
Guy, a lot of fun, great sense of humor. And I think I produced his first single by a group called the Mushrooms. That was one of his groups.
Now let's take a quick look at his romantic life and how he's getting on with his friends and family. Seger was married to Renee Andrietti in 1968. Their marriage lasted 1 day short of a year. Then from 1972 to 1983, he was in a long-term relationship with Jan Dinsdale. His second marriage was to Annette Sinclair. It was almost as short as his first. They married in 1987 and divorced a year later. His third wife is Juanita Doricott. They married in 1993 and have 2 children together. He was raised by his parents, Charlotte and Stuart Seger, in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He has one older brother named George. When he was a teenager, he was friends with the Eagles' Glenn Frey. Frey and Seger both grew up in Detroit and were part of the city's music scene where they became fast friends.
And Glenn introduced me to these 4 girls, and I said, I want to sing the thing, but I want you to sing too.
With that being said, let's discuss how he earns money. Seger has primarily accumulated his net worth from singing and songwriting. Moreover, he makes money through brand endorsement deals. With a career spanning 6 decades, Seger has sold more than 75 million records worldwide, making him one of the world's best-selling artists of all time. A singer, songwriter, and musician, Bob Seger became a household name with a string of hits beginning in the 70s. His hits include Turn the Page, Night Moves, and Old Time Rock and Roll, which is ranked as the second most played jukebox song of all time. His album, Face the Promise, released in September 2006, sold over 400,000 copies in its first 45 days of release. He has a net worth of $60 million. Ever wanted to know about the house of Bob Seger? Get ready, as we're going on a virtual tour of his home. His main residence is located in Orchard Lake Village, Michigan, a Detroit suburb. Bob's main house is a 20,000 square foot lakefront mansion on 4+ acres that he custom built in 2009. He also owns a mansion on La Playa Lane in West Bloomfield in Michigan that covers 30,000 square feet. Bob purchased the mansion in 2010 for $1.2 million. It features 14 bathrooms, 8 bedrooms, 4 laundry rooms, 3 kitchens, and an exercise room. Talking about his rides, he owns the following cars: a classic 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1, a 2013 Jeep Unlimited Rubicon, a 2011 Porsche Carrera S, a 1954 Ford, a 1969 Mustang, a manual 1976 BMW 530i, a Rolls-Royce, This man also has a 53-foot sailboat known as Lightning. If you enjoy our videos, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Your support means a lot to us. It's hard to get the full picture of someone's lifestyle without seeing how they got there. So where did it all begin? Bob Seger's musical journey began at a young age, shaped by the eclectic influence of his father, a medical technician by day and a talented musician by night. However, just as Seger's musical talent was starting to blossom, his father made the heart-wrenching decision to leave the family and move to California. This sudden departure left a lasting impact on Seger and his family as they struggled to make ends meet in the years that followed. Despite these challenges, Seger found solace in his love for music and sports, shining on the track and field team at Pioneer High School, where he graduated in 1963. Little did he know, this passion for music and athleticism would set him on the path to becoming one of the greatest rock legends of all time. Bob Seger's musical career started with a bang as a member of the three-piece band The Decibels in 1961. However, it was when he joined the four-piece band The Town Criers as their lead singer that his talent truly shone. Despite recording some material with his early bands, it wasn't until he joined forces with Doug Brown and the Omens and released the single TGIF in 1965 that he made his official recording debut. Determined to make a name for himself, Seger struck out on his own with the release of East Side Story under the name Bob Seger and the Last Heard in 1966. This track caught the attention of Cameo Parkway Records, leading to a recording contract that would lay the foundation for his successful career. When Cameo Parkway went under, Seger refused to sign with Motown Records, instead opting for Capitol Records. Despite a temporary detour as a solo artist touring with various other musicians and bands, Seger's destiny was sealed when he formed the Silver Bullet Band in 1973. With back-to-back albums, Live Bullet and Night Moves, Seger skyrocketed to global fame with hit songs like Night Moves, Turn the Page, and We've Got Tonight. Today, he's recognized as one of rock and roll's greatest musicians and songwriters, cementing his legacy as a true icon of the genre. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. But don't stop here. There's more where that came from. Check out our other videos for more great content.